Welcome to Center Heights Productions. Please hit the like and subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly appreciate that. Thank you to my subscribers and followers. I appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart. Please share it with your friends and family. Helps the channel grow as we've built a nice community here that respects one another. So if you could share it with your friends and family, that's great. If you come across the channel in passing, please don't leave without subscribing and hitting the likes. As for it helps us to grow. And once again, leave your comments after the video. Tell me your thoughts, but keep it respectful. And we take our mission statement here. We take great pride that we don't focus on rumors on this channel. We focus on factual information as it falls, for we don't deem it. I just don't believe in gossipy ways to run my channel. So that's the way I see it, and I take great pride in that, and I don't use clickbait to get you here. All right, let's discuss this game. What a game. And wow, the outcome of this game didn't look that way in the beginning. We had the Islanders in town Saturday night against the Habs, and the game started off with a 2-1 lead in the first period for the Islanders. Montreal responded in the second period with two of their own goals, put them ahead 3-2. And then Montreal just opened this thing up like a can of worms and put some smackdown on the Islanders, and it was 4-1 in the third. What a great, they just came, they exploded. It was just phenomenal. 7-3 was your final. This was quite a statement for the Habs, and we had to win this game. So that was very positive. We'll keep going with stats and stuff, and then we'll get to our discussions more so about it. Team stats. Let's get down to there for you. All right. Team stats. We had 36 shots to 22 in favor of the Habs. Hits was 34 to 25 in favor of the Islanders. Faceoffs 26 to 26. They were even with a 50 percentile. That's quite something, actually. Power play opportunities 4-3 for the Habs. Power play goals 3-2 for the Habs. So they finally did quite well on the power play with a 75 percentile, while the Islanders had a 66.7, which means the Habs really are going to have to work on that penalty kill a bit. No doubt. Shorthanded goals, none. Total penalties was 7-6 for the Islanders. Penalty minutes 30 to 28 for the Islanders. Block shots 18 to 11 for the Canadians. That's what they need to lead in. They need to do well in that department. Takeaways 4-3 for the Habs. Giveaways 13 to 11. They got to get those giveaways down. 13 to 11. That's where we got to really work on that. I'm still not a sold. I just don't like our defensive play. Even with the great win, we take an awful lot of chances. And that's why I firmly stand by my opinion of what I said. I think we need an upgrade, massive upgrade with a defensive specialist for the defense coach to come up with a better scheme that can work for these guys. That is my opinion, and I stand by it. You can have yours. That's great, but that's how I see it. All right, let's see what the recap was here. Or will it give it to us? Well, we know that Caufield had himself quite a game. No doubt about it. Let's go here. Recap. Okay, Caufield had a hat trick, 5-point game, and Slaf had a 4-point game. Quite something. Caufield scores 3 goals to push his season to 43, 7 away from being finally us getting a 50-goal score since Stefan Richer. And he added 2 assists to help the Canadians over the New York Islanders on Saturday night. There was no doubt him and Slafkovsky really stood out. Caufield is second in the NHL in goals, 2 behind Colorado's Nathan MacKinnon. That's quite impressive. The Islanders are third in the the Canadians are third in the Atlantic, while the Islanders are a point behind Detroit for the second wild card in the tight East. And boy, is this tight. Yeah, Slafkovsky had 2 goals, 2 assists. He was phenomenal. He had a very strong game as well, like Cole. Nick had a great game, 4 assists. He was really leading the way and to his season. And Caden bringing it to 61 assists. Caden Goldie had a nice winning goal. he got the game winner, and he had 2 assists. Newhook also scored, and Jacob Fowler made 19 saves. Jacob, I didn't see anything spectacular. He held his ground, but there's a couple goals there I didn't like. However, again, I don't. I didn't like. I think he would have liked to have one or two of those back. However, the defense didn't help him either, and they've got to start closing in on those gaps and stop giving. Emil Heineman comes back to haunt us. Beautiful shot he put over Fowler's shoulder, and gorgeous goal. And my God, if there was a way to get him back in Montreal, I would do it. Simon Holstrom and Matthew Schaefer scored for the Islanders. Uh, Ilya Sorokin allowed 6 goals on 32 shots before he was pulled midway through the third period. David Reach stopped 3 of 4 shots in relief for the Islanders. Dropped their second straight game, and they're falling into a difficult situation themselves. After Schaefer beat Fowler with a one-timer, that just did not look pretty. Way out. I wasn't impressed with this goal whatsoever. 45 seconds into the third period, the Canadians responded with 4 goals in a row. Gooley restored the lead with a shot from the distance, deflected by Mark McComb into the net. Sorry, at 3:37. Okay, Slavkovsky made it 5-3 at 8:08, and Caufield chased Sorokin with a shot between the goalie's pads at 8:40 to go. Hats rained down on the ice when the American winger buried his 43rd with 5:01 left in the game. Great showing. I just love Caufield, and that first line's phenomenal. But now let's get to it. And like I said, I normally go to what is this here? It should say box score. I think that's what it should be. Okay, let's do it. So we go. Very first goal of the game, scoring summary. 4:10, Montreal gets power play. Slavkovsky just buries it in front of the net. Passed from Suzuki and Caufield, who both got an assist. Power play goal. Beautiful. What a shot. He wired it. And Emil Heineman comes right back at 6:46 with a power play goal of their own, assisted by Anders Lee and Tony D'Angelo. That tied things up. Holmstrom put the Islanders ahead in the first period, 13-19, assisted by uh, Adam Paley, or whatever you called his name. And at 17:49, Alex Newhook got a goal, finally, assisted by Caden Gooley and Oliver Kapanen. That was at 17:49. Cole Caufield gets one at 19:08 on the power play, assisted by Suzuki and Slavkovsky. That line was on fire, so that put us ahead. And Schaefer got one. It tied things up on the power play. And again, I wasn't happy with this goal on Fowler. But again, the defense gets leaving too much space to not leaving far too much gap. So 45 seconds into the third, and then Caden Gooley responds at 3:17 with a beautiful goal assisted by Carrier and Gallagher, who got beautiful play from Gallagher off the faceoff. When the faceoff was taken, he gets in there as the winger and gets that back to the defense in a hurry, wins the battle. What a gorgeous play. That's great effort by Galley, the 3:17. And then at 8:08, Slavkovsky gets another one, assisted by Cole Caufield and Nick Suzuki, and then Caufield scores again at 11:20, assisted by Slavkovsky and Caden Gooley, and then Caufield gets another goal on the power play, assisted by Nick Suzuki. Incredible game, incredible game. Montreal's going to have to keep doing this. The schedule doesn't get any easier. Let's just see. I got a feeling we got Columbus coming up very soon. Let's see. We'll tell you. Do, 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 do. Come on. Taking their good old time with that. And that's not going to do it. That's not pleasing. What was that? Don't know why it did that. Okay, here we are. No, we got the Hurricanes Tuesday. I knew yeah, that's a tough matchup. Every game is going to be a playoff game for the Habs. We cannot afford to lose. It is that tight over here in the East. What a logjam. I mean, these teams are so equally matched. It's incredible. Like the Sabres have really cranked it up. They've been just, wow, on fire and pretty much unstoppable for a while now. They're kind of a scary team to look at. They finally put everything together, and boy, have they put it together. But we have Tuesday night, the Hurricanes. We got to grab that victory because, like, every game is so crucial for Montreal now. I think there's like 17 games, something like that, left. Or anywho, um, these games are just you can't you. We're far. They're far. The jam is too close, and then we got the nightmare game on Thursday with the Blue Jackets, and that to me is an automatic loss. I think the Blue Jackets are just too physical for us. They're looking pretty good lately too. They've been pretty hot. It's not an easy schedule. Then next Saturday, we've got the Preds. That looks like our easiest game, and you can't take that lightly because you need that win. Then we got the Hurricanes once again on Sunday in our back to back. And then we got the schedule is not. This schedule is rough. Then we got the Lightning on Tuesday the 31st. Rangers. There's no easy games here. There are just no easy games. It is going to be a grind the entire way, and then they have the Devils, Devils twice, and then the Panthers, Lightning, Columbus, Islanders, Flyers. This is rough. This is a rough schedule to end their season. It's not, the schedule didn't do the Habs any favors. They are going to have to find a way to win and eliminate the opportunities of the teams behind them. They have to get to that point where they have enough points where they can guarantee themselves a spot, and they're going to have to focus on that game by big game to at least until they get that accomplished, because this is, and there's really tough matchups, teams that this goes down the wire to meaningful games. So going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. Great performance by them last night. Wasn't totally sold on Fowler's performance. However, we've had the goaltenders have all kind of shown some weak times. Still, Montreal's defense is, to me, they're winning these in high scoring games, style of play, and because their defense is not good enough. They're definitely not winning their games with a defensive system, and they got to get that under grip. Anyway, thank you for watching. You've seen it here at Center Heights Productions. We shall catch you in the review of the Hurricanes matchup. And boy, go Habs go, and let's hope these guys can keep the fire in their ass. Line 2 has got to find the fire again, and this line is so cold right now. Demidov, Kapanen, who really needs just to get that one goal to get his confidence back. New hook, and good to see him finally get one. This line I knew this would happen once Slaf was put on line 1. That was my fear, but what do you do, right? It's a tricky situation when you're making those calls. Um, However, they're going to have to figure it out. Um, I have my preferences, but yeah, they're just going to have to figure it out. And I think we are going to have to get some muscle in the lineup very soon to get some weight, because we got some teams that are heavy like Columbus. And to me, I wouldn't even mind seeing us bring up a big boy from Laval for the fourth line, just to add some mustard to that lineup. That's just my thoughts, because I think those are going to be physically brutal games. Thanks for watching. You've seen it here at Center Ice Productions, where the puck.